Well, I'm going to be changing out actually my backup lights too, but I got these bulbs here. These are like extra bright LEDs, and these are good because, well, some of them have it where they just point out this way. This one points out from this side. So this one installs this way. In the backup lights, I don't know how they install, but sometimes they install this way. That's why you want to have, if you buy these kind of LED replacements, you want to have them all around, because they reflect on the lens, or if, you know, no matter how the lens is positioned, and you won't have them just pointing forward. That's one thing. So I want to take these off, and I'm going to see the difference because first off, I always had sometimes I will have people cut in front of me with this Jeep at night because the lights are closer together, and I think there's a judgment problem. Well, the people are actually being jerks sometimes too. I mean, they're trying to figure they got just enough room to cut me off without actually smacking into me. But it was like several days ago, I was driving down the road at night, and this person cut me off so bad that I had to slam on the brakes, lock up the brakes, and swerve into the grass. And of course, I didn't flip over because this is even more narrow than a Samurai. And you know, the stories about Consumer Reports telling you these things flip over, they're bullshit. So anyway, it's just that simple. That's just a replacement for 1156. The thing is, these bulbs will last forever, and basically forever, for all practical purposes. And we'll see, you know, how good they are bright, how bright they are. I was going to wait till nighttime, but it's getting where the sun's coming down, and we're under a cover here, so it's not that bright. Should be able to see a difference in the brightness. But I'm figuring like these bulbs in the front, I was going to install some driving lights maybe here on the corners. Preferably down here, but then the wheel would get to them, probably up here. Like long LEDs up here. I might do that later, run them off the parking lights that are LEDs for extra safety, but we'll see how bright these are. But then again, if people are freaking yo-yos, there's nothing I could do about it. Really. So anyway, we'll turn these on. We'll see what they look like, if there's a real big difference. Well, I don't see a real big difference, to tell you the truth. They're just a hair brighter, maybe. I don't really notice much of a difference. That kind of surprised me. Usually they are much brighter, but guess not. Guess the only advantage you're going to have over these, well, let me check out the backup lights and see how they are, because maybe just because it's going through an amber lens, it's not going to be that much noticeable, because that cuts down a lot. But I'd still rather have these because I know they're not going to burn out. That's one advantage to them. But let me check the backup lights, because I think possibly because these are going through an amber lens, that you're not going to notice too much of a difference. Excuse me. Actually, I was changing the turn signal. I was doing it. I was looking at this so fast I didn't realize those were the turn signals. I really can't. The bulb that's in the parking lot is not 1156. We'll see how these turn signals work, but I could see that if I put an LED in there, these are just a little bit too big, it will be a lot brighter than that. There is a big difference. And by the way, that's a Japanese plate, so it has nothing to do with here in the USA. So anyway, yeah, this would work out. We'll see how these work for the backup lights. Yeah, just look at the, they look a little more yellowish, but they're probably brighter, I assume. I'm going to change these out right now, see what this looks like. It probably is a lot brighter. See you. See if that thing is hot already. Probably. Yep. I'd say they're a little bit brighter because they make the lights look a little more yellow than orange. It's like reflecting more light. Now, if you really want to brighten these up more, what you could do is just get some can of bright silver paint, chromium paint. Chemically clean the plastic behind the bulb. Take the bulb out, just put some tape inside where the socket is. Chemically clean off the plastic. Just spray it with some real bright silver paint. Then you got a lot more reflection coming at you, and that'll brighten it up a lot without actually doing anything special. So now I've noticed that since the parking lights are on the inside, yeah, I guess that makes it look. It's not my fault though. I mean, freaking people want to just cut me off, but I probably should put something out here, up here. I was thinking about putting motorcycle bullet lights, but I might put some white LEDs, about 18 of them right here, and a 1-inch high strip goes right along the top here, probably like right back here. This way it'll take the full length of the bumper, and you'll see this, you'll see that, and you'll see this. Well, I'll do that later. I figured to get a few extra. Well, let's see what the backup lights do. I think they'll probably be significantly brighter. Well, I'd say they're brighter. They're whiter, less yellow. It's kind of hard to tell. It's a little light out, but they probably are a little cleaner light. That bulb looked like it was ready to break anyway. It was working, but it was loose. See, just hanging in there. Filament was just hanging in there. So, anyway, I might change this bumper anyway. Who the hell knows? But being to think about it, these LED lights are probably the best thing to have. But the thing is, you don't want to have all this freaking newfangled bullshit about putting in, these $1,000 tail lights. You can keep this kind of crap and use these standard bulbs and just replace them with the freaking LEDs, which is what they ought to be doing in the freaking factories from the cars. But no, they got to make things expensive, right? Jerks. So anyway, not a bad idea. They're cheap. I don't know what the hell they were. $10 for a whole bunch of them. So we change these out, and probably do the silver paint behind them, and maybe I'll just change the lenses. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's always good to have a little extra lighting, a little extra safety at night. And if people cut you off, nothing you can do about it, man. To tell you the truth, but that's the way that people are, man. Jerks sometimes, but drive defensively. Well, I think they'll work pretty good, and actually, I'll be able to tell a lot better when I'm backing up in here. I got the that light on right now, but usually when I'm backing up here and it's dark, I can see the tires a lot better. And those tires tell me where to kind of go in here. So I think they'll work out okay. Right now, I got the ignition key on, and HHO is running. You have a little hydrogen bomb in there, man, and turn that thing off. See. Anyway, so yeah, little improvements like that. I don't even know if they were. I don't know what the hell these cost. $10. Look around. eBay, Amazon, Google stores, or some bullshit online. Small vendors sell these. So I use 4 of them, and I have 2, 4, 6. So I got 10 of them. I think they were only like $10. Is that worth it? Yeah, definitely. They don't burn out, right?